Welcome everybody into this video. I appreciate being here with all the lovely comments I get. Hey bud, what you smoking? Well, you really want to know what I'm smoking now? Do you really want to know about the dark side of the moon? Do you want to know about every waterway in the world and every highway in the world and what's going on and why we ended up with such big cities? Why we ended up farming everything but we didn't farm the moose? We don't stop on a dime, but we stop on a dime. Do you know why we stop on a dime? Because it's just like a turtle. When the turtle wants to stop, he just puts his feet out and it stops him where he is. Everything's about a Pokemon and a set of dice. They take one of the balls in the pool game and you see there's a stripe. And if it's a stripe and you cut along the lines, you turn that pool ball into a hockey puck. Now you have hockey to play on ice. Underneath the major oceans and waterways is something what they call Lucifer. It's some sort of connecting machine that guides this planet from a bigger machine. And in everything, there's a one dice and a dice and a dice. It sort of looks like this. This is your dice cube or a pool ball. It is a stripe. Inside of it is one cube that goes in the center. When you create the H letter, what happens in the H letter and the I letter, by putting two I's together, you sort of get Jacob's ladder. It's Jacob's ladder because it goes from here and it comes halfway around to here. You don't need to go from here, or you'll come from the top. Each one of these are their own service lanes. This would say cock, like cock-a-doodle-doo. Do you know why the chickens can't fly? Because both wings are on the same side. Have you ever heard of it all? A-L-L-B-E-L-L? Well, it's all on the same side. Have you ever heard of O-O for loon, or moon, or soon? Or in French, it's O-U for new, and it's us. O-U is where? And last night, O-U made a design in the football field of 2 quarter moons. What was in the center? The more you pull it apart, the more you rinse your laundry. Abe Lincoln Electric and washing the ton down the Colorado River, through Lake Mead and the Faults. The sun is number 54. It stands for it, and that's Rubik's Cube. So in the center of the sun is it, of Rubik's Cube, which makes the machine work. The machine is just like the internet. It's just like the new networks that are coming out, and the other ones are out of time. The sun runs time like it runs the moon, like the moons move the oceans. Should I say more at high noon? Underneath in many places, and I don't know where, but I guarantee you the BP oil spill was only so they can go down there for something other than that. Because if this world is built, they can do what they want and go where they want, and it's all a hoax. This flying around the world is not flying around the world at all. Does anybody fly? What do? You look at your instruments? You ever feel in your body, you feel like you're not going the right way? But they make you go in the same pattern all the time. They weave you off just a little bit so you can never feel it. Haven't you noticed the way the sun is a little bit more tilted on one side than the other one? The machine is starting to get confused because there are many who are trying to penetrate her. Everybody wants to screw the machine the same way the machine screws us. She's like a fucking machine. Yeah. Why are all these numbers so perfect? I'm not going to come here with a ton and a bunch of numbers right now, and I have a lot. On November 1st, it is 111. It is the 305th day of the year, in which the 304th has a whole story to it in its own. The 305th has a story itself, because 305 and all zeros are 6. That's 365 days a year. The year is over. If it was in a leap year, it'd be 306, it'd be 366, and that's 366 days in the leap year. 6 by 6 is 36, and 12 is 48 is 32. Backdoor P and P. The pool ball and all its colors. The 1 is with 9 and makes 10. And you want to hear something funny about that? Is yellow is 92 and black is 29. And that's what the B color is, because the B can do it on both sides. Her body is inside the same house. Her body's inside the same house. 1 and 9, under 10, they make the 10, and the jack is like, you know, the hair growing down here from over here. Oh, you want to know what this is about? Oh my God, number 11's over here. You can make one the other way. It creates the giant ants. Or it's half of you, because here's the other half of you. That's why the mustache doesn't grow like here as it does up here. And you notice you get these lines here? Well, that's an ace. You're blowing steam all the time. right between his legs. The H, there's two parts for the H. There's two parts for the H. What goes in the center part is the separation. The reason we don't cross through the E5 is because it goes right there. This H locks up on the ball. It locks up on the ball. Sometimes balls are good, but sometimes squares are better, because when you put two squares together, you can get the exact distance. But with a round, sometimes they can't get you into the corner what they can't get out of the corner. But that's an Irish kite and beak wrap of what I'm talking about. The funny thing about it today is I'm going to start painting, and it says Hashem, chemicals, Heaven's Angel, chemicals. It says this, you can't change, okay? You can change your name, but you can't change your values. Then I went ahead and bought a pen. And look what it said on the pen, and I didn't even know. Raphael and Hashem. Now you tell me, I never go by art, but I've been 3-4 times in the art up here, but in the city I have been a few more times. But I've never looked at anything, and I pick up God, and I pick up one of his paintbrushes. And my nephew was having not trouble mentally, but physically, needs a little pick-me-up, and his dad asked me to paint him a picture. And I'm going to paint him a picture of Matrix. I'm going to show him exactly in Matrix how the Matrix works. I want to see if I have my book. Give me a breather for a second. I need to show the way Matrix works, and the 7 card and the 8 card, and how come of all the other cards, because everything comes in a part of a pie, a pea pod, because in the pea pod you get 3 peas. So it's a little bit of a similarity to the explanation of the way it is in the pool ball, but it's squared like a hockey puck, because if you go into the center and you cut a hockey puck like that, or the pool ball like that, you can put the hockey puck in. The other side of the moon, when it turns this way, you see a quarter moon and no moon, because there's only half a moon. Here's how it works. Here's your 1. Here's your twin towers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 7 on one side, 8 on the other side. The owl picks it all up. Hoo-hoo. Now, if you want to go this way, you get a fish and a frog. Okay? But the only reason I can design this, you see the Holy Ghost? This guy over here looking one way. This guy looking a little meaner, looking the other way. Dropping 2 bombs. It looks like bats. Don't they look like bats? They can hold them up. Bats don't need to see. You see the way the tie is on this side and the tie is on this side? The cutting of URANTIA, when a Hebrew dies, they cut his tie, because he's separated from this world. And also, all numbers are basically -3, 3, and +3. Why? Because give me any number. We'll take number 20. -3 is 17. Then we'll go to 20, which becomes 20 and 23, because it had to make something, take something from the left to take it away, to bring it over to the right, to connect the right with the left. So we could become -3 + 6. 6 and 3 is 9. I could say, why don't I just say blue, green, 6, 4? You wouldn't know. But because I said minus, it confuses everybody. When you want to go round and round it out and stop on a dime, that's because they could stop it on a dime, because that's the way the clock works. The sun, number 54, at the same time I want to take a little look. The sun, number 54, okay, and space, 44 makes 98, 249 yard lines. The moon in space create 101. Whenever there's a 0, put a 6. At the same time, I told you that because of this design. The O in the middle, the C over here, this would be 3, 1, 1, 3. Okay, but it's the same formation. Sun in a short count is 18, angel resident of man. They own the 1 and 8 is 9. They own the car, the ark. Moon in a short count is 4 and 2 6s is 16 and 5. Moon in a short count is 21. In a long count, it's 57. It calculates to 78. And everything is 78, the vibration this and the vibration that, because the 13th is you. It doesn't go up 13. Only with you it can have 13. Once the vibration comes into you, you make your 1378 equal 91, which is 13 weeks of 7 days, or 39 weeks of 7 days, making the pregnancy happening on the 30th of September. And it's the 273rd day, which is 91, 91, 91, 3 suits. One of the suits doesn't count that way. Do you know why the suit doesn't count that way? Because one of the suits is a diamond suit. And Christopher, he took the 8 of diamonds. He was going on both sides, so he was going nowhere because of the picture I showed you. I'd have to think a little bit more about the songs of Christopher, but in every song now, I'm starting to feel the tilt. Whether you say moon, loon, soon, whether you say rust in French, which is a roux, which also says tire. The mountain, O and U, which says where. Sometimes it says O, which is water. The mountain, which is the mouton, that has the lamb. All three of them with the same sound. Lincoln Electric, Washington, Mount Rushmore, any mountain. Okay, M-O-U. Now, well, there wasn't very much to say with that. I want to see if I can do this. I must have wrote, I mean, you see I did this. Now, these things here, okay, have you ever seen the hats from World War II with the Germans? Look at that hat. It's actually half of the circle of a ball, but it's inside this little cup, because otherwise you couldn't pick up the ball, right? So you pick up the cup of the ball, and since it's only a half ball, okay, no matter how it turns around, it still won't come out, right? But it'll always balance the ball back into that hat. You know, it goes up on an angle and around and then out on a little bit of an angle. The playing cards are made the same way. The sun is it, the machine is in the sky, and he's directing all his children on the ground, and his children live what they do in taking care of the earth. Have you ever noticed Hoover Dam and all the numbers there? Number 93. Number 93 connects to Saturn and to Jupiter, to Saturn, and not only that. That Saturn now I know has a new number. It was 93, now it's 99 like Jupiter. But Jupiter now has a new number, which was 99, now it's 105. And 105 is ace to ace, including the cross on your back. But who owns that? Who owns the 15? You see, that was 14. Did I say that correctly? So they have that cap on an angle, they pick up that ball. And then they were wearing that during World War I. This whole life is some of these guys, I bet you never died. I guarantee you. But I know they're not allowed to stick around in the world. They must enter some other kind of body of the reptilians. Because the dice show us that only one side reflects 6116, and only one 16 is the J letter, where the 0 is 6, and it makes 16 or 7. There's only the J. And then there's the T, makes 28. And then there's 30, the 30th number. So instead of 30, it becomes 36, which equals to 9. And that's short line railway in Monopoly, which makes 27 and recreates I and R, and the only two letters in that family. Now they're owned by the angel A family, which is number 58, which is the same number as TWO. 29 and 29, 58. Black and yellow. The B's got both sides. Let me see if I have something else to say. I'm going to try to keep away from saying too much, if it's possible. I'm not finished this yet, but this part is really what the mustache is. One from the top, one from the bottom. If you take a look at it, it becomes an X-Man. Okay? I cut off the corners for the aces. It makes the alpha omega, but that's your mustache. And then the one that shows the chain lock between the two sides. Here's your bottom. This is the mustache that Anonymous uses. And then I put one on the top. So I'll just keep designing until I see. I won't do any numbers until the design, until it finds me. There's a bunch of stuff. I'm going to try not to say too much. Part of the clock. See those lines that come out? It's a stop sign. So it stops on a dime. Not all of them come out. The reason they don't, they keep moving. Okay? And it also creates the mug and dovet at the same time. See the way I put ears on it? You see the design inside? 557 is the center. That's the time period next year for the Hebrews. I'm just going to throw a few things around at you. This weekend, okay, we're going to have exactly 1,500. There's going to be 25 hours in this week. Okay, but if there's 25 hours more in the like one more hour will make 24 hours, 25 hours to the day. Sorry. So now that I've come up with a new term and changing all my zeros for 6, 1,440 becomes 1,446. Add 60 to it, it's 1,506. The 60 has a 0, so it makes 1,512. So now I got 1,512 for my day. You know where that is? Look on your telephone, 147258. 12 and 15, 27 INR. Love, or the low of Venus. The other thing is a little bit throwing things around. Quebec that I'm in, where all hydroelectric is, it says they got the mouth and they got the ass. They have the harness racing with the Sol key. Sol means the soul, the land of the earth. The Sol key is the rider of who directs the horse to the water. And the water is back to the Hoover Dam, Herbert Hoover, Nile River, and all the rivers and dams across in California. Oh my God. Oh my God. Another thing is the Q letter. When you get to the Q letter, it says 135, which says ace. So are they calling everybody the ace? You mean there could be a mistake. Maybe the A is not the way it's supposed to be, because the A stands for ass, and I'm not sure if anybody wants to kiss my ass. But the K letter sounds a little bit better. So anyways, this is nothing in Irishkeit from anything. Then we have the Beaver Dam. We have Water Works, which is 44. We have Electric Company, which is 77, but now it's 83 because there's a T in it. Company equals 87, and that's the queen ownership, because 13 is only in the higher up. 13, 14, 15. I'm not sure which one to stop at. 15 is the egg, don't forget. So we have Water Works, and it becomes 9/11. I'm going to skip this, try to do it like this. When we make our Pokemon balls and designs for how it works out and how we transfer the energies, they look the same. They look the same. They had to replicate it. It also says number 57, but in a short count, it's 8, 9, 13, 9, 22, and 8, 30, creation. The total of this is actually 57, but 30 becomes 36, and 9 is a birth, 3 creation of 6. 1, 7 piano, 2, 8 piano. Now creation, you can go 3, 6. 4, 5 is the machine. Started at 3, 4, 5 is the machine. Start at 3, A, B is the father creator. If we go at 1 and 2. Another thing, you're talking about the tracks. Don't you think Star Trek came out like way, way, way ahead of its time? Talking about the Star Treks, the Trekkies. Talking about the yin and the yang. Air passages, one side to the other side. They're all transferring within each other. Right here, you see that division over here? It goes out and it goes in, and everybody gets what they need. However it works, I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dots equals 36. 3 balls, 15 to a ball, 45. 45, 36 equals to Venus. 45 is counting 1 through 9 and says the red fox. It is the sun. Is it a sunny day? Is it a sunny day? Is it? 29. 5 and 4 is sun, and this makes 29, because 20 and 9 creates 35. The 0 in the T is 20. I is 9, is 29. Plus 6 is 35. Creation of the sun. Blue or blow. They say you're getting a blue or a blow. If you get a blow to the head, your arm turns blue. It's a blizzard, so it's windy and it's blowing. Interconnected languages. 13 gets 1, 4 and 1 gets 5. 12 gets 2, 3 and 2 get 5. 11 gets 3, 2 and 3 gets 5. What did I do? 13 is a 4. 5, 4 and 1. 12, 14, 10, 4. 12 and 2. The Venus world with Father. He's both of these, and you're this. 122, the 122nd day of the year, and the 5th is the 125th day, but this is the Mayans of the 1st of the month of the May. Why not? What do you think? God started us out in the winter, or did he start us out in the summer with the flowers? Because the flowers come out, and they say the number of the flowers, number 10. It's the 7th part of the gateway. Why? because Guy Lafleur, he was a flower and he wore number 10. That's the way my project works. It works with whatever everybody did throughout the history of man. Whatever I can pick up to learn, or if somebody helps me and gives me some sort of information, then we'll pick it up. Just like I tried to figure out how come they say 19 3 times in French, and why they say 480s and 424s. Well, now I know we get high on 424s because that's the size of the moon. That's right. 420, 80, is 3, 4, 7, 6 moon, and in between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, in all the corners, those are the numbers. And on the roulette, they call us the orphan children, because we were chosen to come here. It really wasn't the DNA of our parents, really. They had to match it up inside the brain of it. Of it is the machine, and the machine's in your head. The pineal gland, it's a machine. What? Because they can grow it, it's not good. You grow something, you eat it, you like it, right? Something you can't eat very much, but just keep licking all day, you like it, right? The Pokemon balls, the pool balls, part of the mustache, and the bottom part, this is your jaw. The top part comes into your jaw, this is the pyramid. Here's your jaw. Here's you standing up, holding your head, which is the chevron sign, saying, am I a general or is it private? But lo and behold, you turn everything sideways, you got your arms all out, you're trying to connect to both sides. Otherwise, they got you tied up and tied down. Here's one of your Pokemon balls. Do you see it? It's the beaver on the 5-cent nickel in Canada. That's right. Just take the cover off. You look underneath. He's building his own dam with short sticks. Railway, number 36. Only 5 away from the corner of go to jail, but you can't get there. It'll take you 15 from free parking, and that's the egg. But from go, it'll only take you 5. 5:15. Levi's jeans. There's your cube. We always see 3 sides. No matter what you see over here on 3 sides, what is the answer to the other 3 sides? 6 and 3 and 2 is how much? 6 across from 1, 2 across from 5, 3 across from 4. 4, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 and 11 make 21. It's all made that way. So let me go to one more. Oh yeah, and the other thing, the magnetism. What do you think it's magnets for when we're stuck to the earth? Because don't you feel like sometimes your head is pulling you down? Oh, there's your magnet, okay? I don't know the way the rest of it works, but I'm just telling you the story of how it works. And because man is spirit angel of man's skull, and it is 21, man is 10 of spirit angel of Sam, because he's 10 and part of the other 11. Just like the deck of cards. You got 13 cards in a suit. It adds up to a total of 91, in which the first 9 cards total 45. The 10 is the house of 10, 55, and the rest are 36 between Jack, Queen, and King. So stop jacking off. Jack, King. Jack, King. From Jack to King. When you say the expression, stop jacking off, okay, from Jack to King, well, where's she? Well, who the hell do you think you're between? Hey, man. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? You gonna come with me today? I know I've been stroking you for a long time. I've been stroking you more than anything else. My pen. The Holy Ghost, she has a mask on her face. I don't know what she looks like, but when she starts, they're all the same. They only got squares. It's the only way I can see the formation. Here's part of your double D. When you split the ball in half, you now see what the 2 sides actually have, because there's got to be, I mean, you just don't put a cube in there and say, oh, go live. This is a whole instrument. I don't know how it works. I haven't caught up to that part yet, and I'm quite sure the numbers are going to tell me. The last part, the second part, I'm close near the end of this video that I might just end up shutting down right now. No, I won't. Okay, here it goes. Yellow 92, red 27. 1 ball, 3 ball, number 13, 9, 11. 60 for orange, add 6 for 66, plus 57 equals to 123. 57 is the moon, it is Ison. 57 is, there was something else I was doing, I don't remember. I don't want to start counting. Should I count? Okay. 7 and 5, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 5 is 24, 25, 26, 29. The short count of yellow is 29. It makes its own 11, 11. Wow. And then the black for the B adds up to that amount. No, I don't know what happened over here, but I can tell you the number of time is 47. The number of the sun is 54. He is the gateway of time. Take away his 7 and give it to the other side of what time is. So the sun because it's S next to T, 1920 or 18, 19, 20. Why do we have to do that? Because 18 is the last number on the first half. You must have a number on the first half for anything to have any value for the two sides, because we're talking about two sides right now. And so we get 18, 19, and 20, and you get the 19, 19, 19, which is your average, and that's 57, the number of ISON. So now we're going to go down, return to yellow and black Rubik's, because the number of Rubik's Cube in the short count is 29, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 9. How much is 13 and 9? 22? It says 28. 28 time heaven or black. That's not good. Well, it's not that bad because 28 and 29 are connected together in the roulette wheel. This is 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 9 is 23, and 6 is 29. Okay, we did that. Okay, we have the orange sun. 5 is the orange sun. 13 is the high ball for stripes. 1 and 3 is 4, and 5, that's 19. And again, the short count for sun is 18, and this is 18. Did you follow me? 1 and 3 is 4. The sun is 54. 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, equals to 20 plus 9, equals to your yellow and your black. Yellow and orange, yellow and red come together, and they make the orange. So when yellow and red come together and make the orange, like I showed you, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, they must have figured it out, the first ball, the second ball, the third ball. But I need to find out about that 5 ball and what it is. The 5 ball, 13, 5 and 4, it becomes it. Okay, that I understand that. But what? Oh, because 18th letter is the angel residence. And not like all the balls, the 5 is letter E, the 13 is the letter M, and the E sounds before the consonant in its family, the ownership, making it the ownership inside the love of the sun, because it's M. And everybody, just watch all the Coppertone commercials and the Copper Penny, and you'll know more of the story. So now when you mix up yellow, red, and orange, it becomes 293, which is W, which is the Wii board. Okay, back to your 29 of creation. 3 by 9 is 27. Times 2 is 54, the number of the sun. And the sun is orange from the yellow and the red. This is another way it's bubbled out. See the way it makes the big X between the two? I didn't make that X. The only thing I did is I was taught to do these bubbles. I was taught. You see why we have the spade? There's the tugger of the spade where they can now penetrate into you. That comes out of your neck, let's say. Did you understand what I'm saying? I was taught how to draw and do all these things. Like in my sleep, I would wake up and, anyways. I just want to show you this real quick. Here's the center of the tower. 1 house and 2 house, 7, 10, 13. This here, look at all the cubes. Ice cubes and the cubes in the center, so you know right away. You see, it looks like his are larger maybe. Anyways, it says 2015 on the shirt, and it's all cubed out. And look what's on top, these spades that I show you, it's the envelope. The envelope, please. Okay, so we went through this. Let's see if we can get it all into this short video. Oh, did we do this yet? This is the way the cube works, and its designs are in everything you see. This is part of the chalice. It comes from here, and it's placed right in here. This is one side, this is the other side. They tie them together. This is different ways of counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can go 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side. 1, 2, 4, 5 this side. Then you count that side. Here is 3, 4, 6, 7. You must know all the numbers. The $20 bill in Canada, this is it. ABC, this is the exhaust. This is where the cube is. It's in the center of his head. $20 bill. That damn beaver, it's not a dame, it's a castor. It's a star. It's gold. It's Astor. Somebody told me that. Was it you, Messier, who told me that? The reversible shapes, Z and X and N. H, you see, is a little bit different than I. Do you know why? Because this has to be drawn online. So same with the A. The only actual shapes are shapes that you can draw. I'm going to make it a little bigger, but I think I'd have to go 4-way, the only way to do it. You see, I'm going to show you. Whoop. Here's your H. Okay, I am online here, and I'm online here. It should be drawn this way. That way you won't know what this is. This is online. It's corner to corner or online. But this is not an H. It's two short sticks. I put this one between here, but look, there's no line. You can't do that. The only way you can do that if you go on an angle. So now what you'd have to do is you'd have to build your H higher, and all of a sudden you're into another world. The H is not singular, but it doesn't design singular. It attaches this side and that side, and then the two sides of it are the two sides. This side is one part of your pull ball, the Pokemon, and this is the other side of your pull ball, the Pokemon. And it comes together, they make one, which is T and T. That's why I keep telling you, when I keep changing my T's and adding 6s for TJs and 30 for creation, is because things are pulled together and they're like, half is no good at all and whole is everything. So we have that cap, which is right over your stove to take out the heat. And then there's different ways and different angles to go up. And if you look at this, the bicycle playing cards, okay, I want to see if I design this at all. I just want to show you this little thing. The bicycle playing here. Here's your Aleph, because the Aleph is inside. You see, you're not in the whole game. You're just in part of that game in URANTIA. The U that goes around your head is because of the U that goes around this, or around this. Here's the back of your head. The head, the top part of the head is not yours, or it is yours, and the bottom part is the animal that's inside. It's a little fish we're going to eat. So this is what happens, and it becomes like this. Have you ever seen this before? It looks so good that a cube should fit just like right there. Okay, now I don't know the greatest of designs. Here's another part on the bicycle playing cards, and here's your J. Is it a J, or is it an S on an angle like Suzuki? Which J is it? What did we turn around? Was it O before it was J? Was it an O before it was J? Hold on a second. Let me look at this. Oh, it's an O before it's a J, and if I lock this one up, they all become 88s. Everything becomes 88s. Everything. You cannot lie in the number. The number shows the future is short. If you want, I can do another video. It's 31 minutes. I did something on November 1st, which is the first day of the 11th month, which makes 666, and 111 is 777. If we brought it into the 10 world, I go 999. Into the 13 world, I go 13, 12, and 11. And it fits in every single category. No good. 11, okay, is blackjack's ace in November. One ace gets another ace. The 14 is the November, is the cross we get on our back because of the N initial for November. I'm going to be jumping around. Here's another way. I told you I don't know exactly how they work, but this is another way how the time keeps turning around. I don't know. But on 666 in the 10 world, 444. 16 times 4 is 64. 8 by 8 makes 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. That's right. 10, 10, 10. The 0 equals 6 becomes 777. So 111 makes 666. When I go to the makes 666, the 666 world is 444. To see if the two worlds match, they do, because this one brings it back to what this one is. This one 1, this one 6, this 7 and 4. And it also shows the score of the last year's football game. Oh yeah, the Titanic. Did I mention that? Celine Dion, Las Vegas, the Titanic. The electrical reserves. The sun rules the moon. The sun rules the moon that rules the waterways. And who rules the rest of everything? You can't go anywhere in space, let alone across the border, without somebody poking at your back. Who's poking at your back? I'll tell you one thing. I haven't stopped, I don't think, basically, in general, anybody in this world from doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is, in roulette, they show you right at the top of the North American roulette, 666, because all zeros are 6. 7, 13. There's 6 difference. Why? Because it was 10. So now we go 6 difference. From 7 to 13, the spirit is 76, right here, because when you start off at 10, it goes back to 16, 16, 13, 16, 7, 6, 7. And I wanted to show you something here. If I have it. No, I don't have it. No. Okay, it doesn't matter. It was a bunch of numbers from the Mayan. So the whole thing here is 21, take away 3 is 18. 18 and 6 is 24. You see, because we're always skipping a number. I don't know exactly how it works, but I've seen it work, in small time. But here it looks a little bit different. It's weird, right? Here I'm missing 3. We'll say 20. Say 21. But we're supposed to say this. You see, every time you get to 10, and here's the other one, right where the 0 is. Let's not do it on anything. I was talking about the zeros. This is 20 before. Now it's 26. 9 away from here, 3 away from here. The 10 became 6 away and 3 away. 9, and then this one was just a little bit higher, and then this one will be a little bit higher. 36, 9, 7. Because one is here, one is here, one is here. I know I did that quick and I didn't explain that so great, but here, this is where the cube goes. This is that mustache I was telling you about. This, that, Rubik's Cube, THISITING, Rubik's Cube, Darwin, and a few other things. I'm just showing you that really, really quick. I want to see if there's anything else. And there was something about November, the 300 and, yeah, what happens is when it's a leap year in November on the 1st, right, it's the 364th day. 360, it's, what is it, 300, the 304th day, okay, when you add 6 becomes 364. But the 364th day is Halloween I'm talking about, not November 1st, but the night before Halloween. 364 falls exactly on the 12th month. 336 days. The Queen's, the vibration of 87, it's all happening on Halloween night. Did you get it? It's 364. It's perfect, all the moons. But now we lose 30 hours at the end of the year. The cycle changes all the moon cycles because of the 30 hours, and we have to jump into a leap year and wait every 4 hours. That's why things happen after 7 years. Can't explain it all exactly, and it's okay. But this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I told you it's not finished. It's part of my design, but I know the 8 card is made like that. One here, not this one, and this one. The 8, there's no heart. If I took the 9, this would be the heart on the 9. That makes man. This is not man. This is the machine. This is us. We're not. We're machines. They built our bodies. This is everything. So you got 2, 1 in the center, 2 on the outside, 2 here. Forget about this one. 2, 4, 6, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that's the way we can look at it. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is that X I showed you earlier, if you can see it. I don't know how to explain it, but I see it in my head. I see it in my head. I see it in my head. Anybody ready for some NFL? 7 times 8 is 56. Raphael 7286 on the constellation of Pegasus. I still have not finished building the Pokemon balls to show you that the H and the I has a division of 2 sides. The H has a higher and lower, but there's got to be one more split in it so you can put the dice right in the middle. Unless we're running with 2 dice, but now we're running with 1 because they stopped the other dice from moving. Do you understand what I'm saying? They put it right in the center. They put 2 arms, 11 on each side. It can't go this way, the dice. It can't go this way, and this way, and this way. Because that's the way of the cross. The cross goes this way. How can I know I just designed it somewhere. Let me take a look. Here. If it was a ball, here it goes in here, and it goes to here, goes to here, goes to here, goes to here, goes to here. But they locked it in on us. Here's 57. Mark Roden. Energy. 7x. 7 times x is 24. 7 times 24 gives you the 24 hours a day. Then you'd have the other one that connects. You'd have 48 hours. 48 is the space we're entrapped in. That's what it seems like. 8 by 6 is 48. Raphael, 72. 86 in the constellation of Pegasus, the flying horse. You heard it from me. This is what it is. This is the way I see things. Now, I wasn't here to harm anybody. I must put on the show. I can't always think of who's out there. The only time I really like to think of who's out there when I choose the words to say, because I don't want to have to inflict anything on anybody. And there are some words which I have no choice to say because I know no better and I do not see a way to correct. If there was a mistake, you can tell me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And for all those who want to tell me that I'm stoned and this and that, you know what? Why waste your time? Why waste your time telling me something that might be good or not good, but stupid like that? Are you stoned? Oh, holy fuck. I hit my head today. I bumped my head. Thank you for watching.